Hi, my name is Matt Warnert. Welcome to my blog. I'm a professional engineer, project manager, and efficiency expert. I'm passionate about using data and planning to help people and businesses use their time, skills, and capital more efficiently. Through continuous improvement, I hope to make everything I touch more efficient.
I grew up in Round Mountain, Nevada. Round Mountain is a small rural town in the center of Nevada with a population of around 2,000 people. You would think growing up in a small town would limit your opportunities to try different things, but I actually found it to be just the opposite. In Round Mountain, I was able to participate in many activities such as football, basketball, baseball, Future Business Leaders of America, and Boy Scouts, just to name a few. Through these activities, I was exposed to people who were experts in their respective fields, and by interacting with these experts, I realized how much I didn't know and how important learning and growing your skills was to being successful. After high school, I attended the University of Nevada, Reno, where I studied chemical engineering. Engineers use their knowledge of science, math, and physics to find better solutions to everyday problems. My chemical engineering education gave me the ability to work through and solve complex problems. After graduating with my chemical engineering degree, I started working at a gold mine in a metallurgical laboratory as an engineer and supervisor. My job was to make sense of the data that was being generated in the lab and write reports that would help the mine be more efficient. This job showed me the importance of understanding data and how that data can have a huge impact on how a process functions. Part of my duties there were to help the lab find ways to improve. This is how I got introduced to Six Sigma and other statistical process improvement techniques. I led a project where we color-coded every piece of equipment used to sample part of the process. Just making the equipment color-coded dramatically reduced our error rate on that process.
When a more senior role opened up, I took a job as a senior engineer whose sole focus was on business forecasting. The role involves determining how much gold the mine will be able to produce given all the constraints that are in place. It also involves a great deal of planning and analyzing to ensure that the best possible path forward is always taken. Later, I joined the mine site's capital projects group. The group is responsible for executing all the large capital projects that occur on a mine site.
The difference between success and failure in this role is how well you are able to plan and account for risk.
Around the time I graduated with my engineering degree, I realized I was making more money than I ever had in the past, and that I needed a better plan in place for how I was going to handle my money. So I headed down to the local library
and just started reading every book on personal finance I could get my hands on. Over the course of 2 years, I read every single book on personal finance the library had, and many that the library could only get on loan from their library network. After reading all these books about money, I decided this was an area that I wanted to be an expert in, and so I decided to go back to school to the University of Nevada, Reno, and get my MBA to further improve my knowledge in various areas related to business and finance. Over time, I realized that much of what I learned in my professional and academic careers is completely applicable to my personal life. This is much of what my blog is about. I try to help people find ways to make improvements to their life. Much of what I write about is derived from the methodologies I have learned. Measuring and tracking your current abilities, finances, and uses of time, then coming up with achievable plans to improve those. I also talk about the strategies and tactics that I find useful to improve my own life.
Thanks for checking out my blog. While you're here, check out some of my posts, and if you like what you see, enter your email address on the right-hand side to subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future updates.